Welcome back to Virtual Stoic. Today we're diving deep into a timeless philosophy that holds the power to transform not just your mornings but your entire life. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Let that sink in for a moment. In a world that never stops shouting at us, telling us how to think, feel, and act, imagine having the clarity to block out the noise and find peace no matter what. This isn't just about philosophy, it's about freedom. It's about reclaiming control over the one thing we truly have power over, our minds. Stoicism teaches us resilience, gratitude, and how to live a fulfilled life. And guess what? You don't need to be a philosopher or live in ancient Rome to benefit from it. This is about you, right here, right now. It's about thriving in the chaos of our modern world without losing your cool. Picture this. Instead of dreading your mornings, you wake up ready to conquer the day. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by life's noise, you find calm in the chaos. Sounds pretty amazing, right? If you've ever felt like life moves too fast, like peace is always just out of reach, or if you're simply curious about how ancient wisdom can become your modern-day superpower, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll explore how Stoic strategies can help you build a morning routine that sets the tone for a day and a life filled with intention, resilience, and happiness. So stay with me from start to finish because let's face it, you're not like everyone else. You're here because you crave wisdom, depth, and something more meaningful. That curiosity and dedication already set you apart. Oh, and one last thing before we dive in. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the Virtual Stoic community. Let's build a life of purpose together. Number 1, find your ikigai. Discover your purpose every morning. Imagine waking up every day with a deep sense of purpose, where hitting the snooze button feels irrelevant. This isn't just a dream, it's the power of discovering your ikigai, a Japanese concept that blends what you're passionate about, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. It's that sweet spot where all these elements come together to give you a reason to jump out of bed. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, wasn't about enduring life's hardships passively. He believed our true mission is to contribute something meaningful to the world. Each day is an opportunity to do just that, play our part with passion and integrity. So how do you start finding your ikigai? It begins with self-reflection. Ask yourself, what excites me? What am I naturally good at? What does the world need from me? And what can I offer that others would pay for? It's not about having all the answers immediately. It's about exploring your passions, skills, and the world's needs to find where they overlap. This quest for purpose isn't just about finding fulfillment. It's about building a life that's rich with meaning and satisfaction. When you begin to align your daily actions with this deeper purpose, even the most mundane tasks take on new significance. Your relationships thrive because you're more present. Your creativity flourishes because you're connected to your true passions. And your happiness becomes a constant companion, rather than something that comes and goes. So, as you set your alarm tonight for tomorrow, think about what would make you excited to start the day. What would make you leap out of bed with enthusiasm? What is your ikigai? This isn't about overnight transformation, it's a process. As Marcus Aurelius would remind us, it's about doing the work day by day, with dedication and honor. Remember, finding your ikigai isn't just about personal fulfillment. It's about embracing your role in the grand tapestry of life, contributing your unique thread to the ever-evolving human story. Number 2, prepare the night before, setting the stage for success. The foundation of a powerful morning starts the night before, and this is where the Stoic mindset can really make a difference. Think about it. How you spend your evening has a direct impact on how your day unfolds. It's easy to fall into the trap of binge-watching shows or endlessly scrolling through social media until your eyes feel like they're about to fall out. But take a moment to think, does that really set you up for success tomorrow? Your brain, just like your body, needs time to unwind, process the day's events, and recharge for what's ahead. This is where a solid nighttime routine comes in. It's not about turning your evening into a military operation. It's about treating your wind-down time with the same respect you'd give any important part of your life. It's creating an environment that fosters relaxation and sets you up to be your best self in the morning. For example, limiting screen time an hour before bed isn't about depriving yourself of relaxation. It's about giving your brain a signal that it's time to shut down. It makes falling asleep easier and waking up a whole lot more refreshing. And here's a game-changing tip. Take a few minutes to plan for tomorrow. Write down your top 3 priorities for the day ahead. It's a small act that brings major clarity, ensuring you wake up knowing exactly where to focus your energy. Now this is where Stoicism really shines. It teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. Sure, we can't control everything that happens in the day ahead, but we can control how we prepare ourselves for it. And don't forget about something as simple but powerful as deep breathing or meditation. This isn't just feel-good fluff. It's a way to signal to your body that it's time to relax, slow down, and recharge. Deep inhales, slow exhales. It lowers stress, calms your heart rate, and gets your body ready for deep, restorative sleep. Think of it as hitting the reset button for your mind and body. In today's fast-paced world, this might seem like a tall order, but trust me, it's essential for creating a solid foundation for the day ahead. Imagine waking up with the first moments of your morning untainted by the buzz of emails, social media notifications, or breaking news. It's just you, your thoughts, and the quiet beauty of the early morning hours. That's not just refreshing, it's empowering. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoics, didn't waste time on distractions. He wasn't bogged down by the ancient Roman version of notifications. Instead, he focused on living with intention and purpose. And that's exactly what we can do too, starting tonight. Number 3, avoid morning distractions, embracing serenity. We all know distractions are everywhere, but imagine for a moment a life where you're not constantly reacting to external noise. This idea isn't new. Ancient wisdom has been emphasizing this for centuries. Take Marcus Aurelius, for instance. He had his fair share of distractions, yet he understood something incredibly important. The quality of your attention determines the quality of your life. So how do we take this ancient wisdom and apply it to our fast-paced, tech-saturated world today? The first step is creating a morning ritual that's free from digital distractions. It's not about abandoning technology, it's about taking control of how it fits into your life. If you grab your phone the second you wake up, you're setting yourself up to be reactive, pulled into the whirlwind of everyone else's demands. Instead, imagine dedicating the first hour of your day to nourishing yourself. Whether that's reading, journaling, meditating, or simply sitting with your coffee and enjoying the peace before the world asks something of you. This isn't wasted time, it's an investment. By resisting distractions, you're building an inner fortress of focus and calm that will carry you through the rest of your day. That peace, it becomes your reserve of energy, your tool for navigating challenges. Making the most of your morning isn't about cramming in more tasks or feeling productive from the get-go. It's about stripping away the noise. It's about asking yourself, what truly matters today? By setting your intentions before the chaos begins, you can create space for what aligns with your values, and you can ignore everything that doesn't. Here's where the Stoic practice comes in. Focus on what's within your control. You can't control that flood of emails or messages waiting for you, but you can control how you respond to them. Starting your day by choosing your focus gives you the clarity to face the rest of the world on your terms, not theirs. Resist the urge to jump into the digital world or let your mind race ahead to the tasks at hand. Instead, anchor yourself in the present moment. Breathe, take it all in. Enjoy the quiet before you step into the busy rhythm of your day. You're not just setting your mood for the morning, you're setting the tone for the whole day. Every morning is a fresh chance to live with intention, to live more peacefully, more deliberately, and in alignment with the person you want to be. Imagine your mornings becoming a powerful reflection of your goals, guiding you toward the life you truly desire. Stoicism is all about taking control of what's within you, your thoughts, actions, and responses. It's not just about enduring hardship with a stiff upper lip, but about proactively choosing how to live with virtue and focus. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus didn't just endure life's challenges. They proactively shaped their responses, choosing what truly mattered and letting go of everything else. So tomorrow morning, I challenge you to take back your time. Resist the pull of the digital world and anchor yourself in the present moment. Set the intention to prioritize what really matters before your day starts demanding your attention. Remember, each new day is an opportunity. It's a fresh start, a chance to live more intentionally, more serenely, and more in line with your deepest aspirations. Let your mornings be a testament to this, guided by Stoicism and your unwavering focus on what truly matters. Number 4, wake up consistently. The power of routine. Life is full of distractions and chaos, but the Stoic philosophy teaches us to take charge of our mindset, our actions, and the way we show up for each day. Waking up consistently is an act of taking control, a small but powerful declaration that we're not at the mercy of external pressures or momentary desires. It's a commitment to begin the day with intention, rather than surrendering to randomness. Stoicism is all about building a life step by step, focusing on the quality of each action, and finding contentment in the process. That's why a consistent morning routine is so powerful. It may seem small, but it's the cornerstone of everything that follows. When you wake up at the same time each day, you lay down a solid foundation for the hours ahead. There's no scrambling out of bed, rushing, or feeling like you're already behind. Instead, you greet the day with control, clarity, and purpose. But let's be real. Consistency is tough. The early mornings are hard. That warm bed calls to you like a magnet, and the temptation to hit snooze is almost impossible to resist. But this is where Stoic perseverance comes into play. The challenge isn't about denying yourself comfort. It's about reminding yourself of the bigger picture, the person you're becoming, not just in the moment, but over time. Waking up on time is a daily practice of self-mastery. It's about aligning your actions with your values and creating a life that reflects your intentions, not your whims. Each time you wake up at your chosen time, you're building resilience, focus, and discipline that extend far beyond the morning hours. So, how do we make consistency our ally? Start by setting a clear intention the night before. Ask yourself why waking up at a set time matters to you. Is it for quiet reflection, reading, or meditation? Is it to get a head start on the day or to prioritize your health through exercise? Whatever your reason, make it meaningful. Next, set up your environment to support your goal. Try going to bed a bit earlier so you can get the sleep you need. Consider letting in some natural light by keeping your curtains slightly open to wake you gently. And when it gets tough, remind yourself of the Stoic power of will. Every time you wake up on time, you're reinforcing a commitment to your growth, your values, and your purpose. So becoming a morning person isn't about just waking up early. It's about showing up for yourself, building habits that align with who you want to be, and living intentionally, one morning at a time. Number 5, take it easy, embracing self-compassion. In the world of discipline, consistency, and rising early, it's easy to forget one essential thing. We're human. And being human means we're complex, sometimes messy creatures. Our brains love the path of least resistance. That instant gratification is so tempting, right? So when we set out to change our mornings or form new habits, it often feels like an uphill battle. But here's the secret. It doesn't have to be perfect from the start, and that's okay. In fact, it's incredibly freeing to acknowledge this. Our imperfections aren't flaws. They're part of the beautiful human experience. And that's something Stoicism can teach us. The Stoic philosophers, while all about resilience and discipline, also understood the importance of self-compassion. Take Marcus Aurelius, for example. In his personal writings, he constantly reminded himself to be patient and forgiving with his own shortcomings. He didn't believe in beating himself up over every mistake. Instead, he learned to recognize his errors, understand them, and then let them go. It's about progress, not perfection. Now think about your mornings. The alarm rings and every part of you just wants to stay snuggled up in bed. Let's be honest, some days you'll press snooze and give in, and that's fine. What really matters is what you do next. Do you spiral into guilt and beat yourself up? Or do you take a deep breath, forgive yourself, and remind yourself that tomorrow is a fresh chance to try again? This is where Stoicism and self-compassion come together. Forgiveness isn't a weakness, it's strength. It's about seeing the bigger picture, not one slip-up. It's about recognizing that growth is messy and full of learning moments. Each setback is just a lesson in disguise, teaching you how to get better, how to try again, and how to show up for yourself with more grace. Taking it easy doesn't mean making excuses or letting ourselves off the hook when we're not giving our best. It's about understanding that growth isn't linear. It's filled with ups and downs, starts and stops. And with each new day, we're given a chance to do better, to keep going, and to approach our goals with more understanding. So as you start working on your morning routine or any new habit, remember to cut yourself some slack. Celebrate the small wins, embrace the setbacks, and approach each day with a heart ready to begin again. Progress doesn't happen overnight, but with patience and self-compassion it'll come. Number 6. Small acts of discipline, building a virtuous life. This isn't just about becoming a morning person, it's about building a mindset that's ready to tackle life head-on with both determination and compassion. It's about shaping a life that stands firm, no matter what the day throws at you. Take a simple action like placing your alarm clock across the room. It may seem small, but it's a deliberate act, a declaration that you're in control, not the snooze button. It's about committing to start your day on your terms. It's harder to stay in bed when you have to physically get up, and that's the point. You're choosing to rise, even when comfort calls you to stay. And then there's making your bed. You might think it's a trivial task, especially when you're the only one who'll see it. But this small act speaks volumes. It's not just about smoothing sheets or fluffing pillows. It's an exercise in care. It says, my environment matters, I matter. When you take the time to make your bed, you're creating order. You're building respect, not just for your space, but for yourself. These small victories, they add up. They're the quiet moments where, as Marcus Aurelius would say, we shape our character. They're the habits that, while easy to overlook, are the foundation of a disciplined life. Every time you make these small decisions, you're voting for the kind of person you want to become. A person who values discipline, order, and respect. But why focus on these little things? Because they're within your control. Not everything in life can be planned or predicted. Life is full of surprises, challenges, and chaos. But you can control the start of your day. You can choose how to respond to your surroundings. You can decide to set the tone for the day by rising with intention. This is Stoicism in action, focusing on what's within your control and letting go of what isn't. You're not just practicing discipline for the sake of discipline. You're building a mindset that can handle bigger challenges too. When you can stick to small commitments, you'll be prepared to follow through on the big ones. You'll be more resilient in the face of adversity and more calm when life feels like it's spinning out of control. So as you look at your daily routine, think about where you can introduce a little discipline. Start with the small things, things that are in your power. In those quiet moments of the morning, when you make the decision to rise and face the day with purpose, you're shaping the person you'll become. And in that, you're building the foundation for everything else. Number 7, accountability partners, sharing the journey. Morning routines aren't just a series of tasks. They're rituals that give your day purpose and your life meaning. When you commit to these practices, you're not just checking boxes, you're shaping your path forward, infusing each moment with intention. One of the most powerful ways to make this journey stick is by sharing it with someone, a partner who's not only rooting for you, but who also holds you accountable. Having an accountability partner can make a huge difference, and here's why. It turns a solo endeavor into a shared adventure. Think about it. When the temptation to stay cozy in bed calls your name and the morning seems too overwhelming, your accountability partner is the one who gives you that gentle push. They're there to remind you of your bigger picture when you're feeling stuck, and to cheer you on when you hit those small wins. Even if those wins seem minor, they count, and they matter. This relationship isn't one-sided. It's a partnership based on mutual support and trust, where both of you are actively working toward becoming better versions of yourselves. The Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, understood the value of community. They knew that we're stronger when we learn together, when we share wisdom, and when we know we're not alone in our struggles. In today's world, having an accountability partner is like putting this timeless Stoic wisdom into action. The journey toward self-discipline is personal, but it doesn't have to be solitary. An accountability partner can offer new perspectives you might miss on your own. They'll help you see blind spots in your routine, point out patterns you didn't notice, and even offer suggestions that could accelerate your growth. It's not just about checking in to see if you woke up on time or meditated. It's about having meaningful conversations that go beyond the surface. So how do you find this partner? Look for someone who shares your passion for growth and self-improvement. It could be a close friend, a family member, or even a colleague. The key is to choose someone you trust, someone who will be open and honest with you, just as you'll be with them. Once you find that person, be clear about your goals and the kind of support you need. Set up regular check-ins to keep each other on track. But most importantly, be there for each other, offering encouragement, advice, and sometimes even that gentle nudge when you both need it most. Remember, this is a partnership, and it's about more than just sticking to a routine. It's about supporting one another in your journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. Number 8. Memento Mori, remembering the value of every day. Finding an accountability partner isn't just about getting a push when you're feeling lazy. It's about building a relationship that lifts both of you. Think of it as creating a space where honesty, vulnerability, and support thrive, where your morning routines and life goals come together. You're not alone in the grind. You're working side by side, with shared intentions to live more purposefully, more disciplined, and ultimately more fulfilled. This idea goes hand in hand with the Stoic practice of memento mori, reflecting on our mortality. It's not some dark, morbid thought. It's a gentle yet powerful nudge to live with purpose. The awareness that our time is limited pushes us to focus on what really matters, rather than getting caught up in the distractions of life. Every morning we're given a brand new chance, a chance to engage fully, to make a real impact, to grow, and to move closer to who we want to be. It's a fresh opportunity to contribute to the world around us and continue our personal journey. Take a page from Marcus Aurelius. In his meditations, he frequently wrote about how fleeting life is, urging himself to make the most of his time. This wasn't a depressing realization, it was freeing. By accepting that life is short, he was able to let go of the small stuff and focus on what truly mattered. Living virtuously, serving his duties, and being the best version of himself. This Stoic principle teaches us something profound. By remembering that our time on earth is finite, we can prioritize what really matters: our relationships, our growth, and the legacy we leave behind. Each day isn't just another day, it's a gift, a precious moment that's not guaranteed. It encourages us to cherish every minute and use it wisely. The beauty of this practice is in how it shifts our perspective. When we remember that life is short, the little annoyances and setbacks become less overwhelming. We stop sweating the small stuff. Instead, we build resilience, stay focused on our long-term vision, and realize that temporary obstacles can't derail us. Memento mori isn't just about contemplating death, it's about understanding how it shapes the way we live. It calls us to fully embrace the present, to love deeply, and to leave a positive mark on the world. It's a gentle reminder that we are here, right now, and we can make the most of this moment. So how can we bring this practice into our everyday lives? It starts with a simple moment of reflection, a moment where we remind ourselves, today is a gift, and then we act accordingly, living with intention, purpose, and a deep sense of gratitude for the time we have. Number 9. Practice negative visualization, preparing for the challenges ahead. Every morning, consider your day like a blank canvas. It's not just another routine. It's an opportunity to make a meaningful impact on your life and the lives of those around you. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, if today were my last, would I feel proud of how I spent it? Now, I'm not suggesting you live in a constant state of existential dread. It's not about turning every day into a crisis. Instead, it's about appreciating the present moment, really soaking in the chance to live, learn, and love. The Stoics had a powerful practice they called memento mori, remembering death, not to obsess over the end, but to use it as a reminder to live fully today. The awareness that our time is limited fuels us to make the most of it. When we face the inevitable challenges that life throws our way, we do so with intention, purpose, and a sense of gratitude. So when you wake up, greet the day with the awareness that it's a gift, a fresh opportunity to craft a life of meaning, aligned with your deepest values. This is the essence of Stoic living, making each day count, knowing that the legacy you create is shaped by how you live today. Now let's talk about negative visualization. The mainstream advice we often hear is to focus on the positives, visualize success, happiness, and good fortune in order to attract them. But the Stoics offered a more unconventional yet profoundly effective perspective. Negative visualization isn't about pessimism or expecting the worst. It's not about creating a mindset of fear or anxiety. Instead, it's about preparing yourself, mentally and emotionally, for whatever challenges life might throw your way. Here's the idea. Take a moment to imagine the difficulties or losses you might encounter. It could be something as small as a missed bus or a rainy day, or it could be bigger, losing your job, a personal setback, or even the death of a loved one. But this isn't meant to make you anxious or dwell on negative thoughts. It's a mental rehearsal, a way to practice how you'd cope if those situations arise. The beauty of this practice is that it strengthens your resilience. When you've already mentally prepared for challenges, you're less likely to be knocked off course when they come. You can approach each day with a calm understanding that life will throw curveballs, but you are equipped to handle them. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus all believed that by contemplating the impermanent nature of everything outside our control, we could cultivate a deeper peace. This practice isn't about fearing loss or hardship. It's about gaining control over your responses, your mindset, and the way you show up for life. Incorporating this into your morning routine doesn't make you anxious. On the contrary, it empowers you. Instead of stepping into your day blind to the potential challenges, you face them with a quiet confidence. When you embrace the idea that everything outside your control is fleeting, you're free to focus on what you can change, your attitude, your actions, and your reactions. And that, in the end, is all that truly matters. So each morning, take a moment to mentally prepare for the unknowns. In doing so, you'll face the day more grounded, resilient, and present, knowing you're ready for whatever comes your way. Number 10. End with gratitude. Reflecting on the day's gifts, imagine your mind as a muscle. Every day you have the chance to strengthen it through the small decisions and actions you take. By starting your day with purpose, you're building resilience for whatever life throws your way. And just like any good training, when challenges arise, you're not caught off guard. You're prepared. This isn't about being ready for life's hardships out of fear. It's about becoming stronger in the face of them. It's like rehearsing your response before the storm hits. You've already imagined it, so when the unexpected comes, you'll handle it with calm, wisdom, and clarity. And here's the beauty of this process. It doesn't just make us more resilient. It deepens our gratitude for the things we often take for granted. By visualizing life without certain comforts or people, we come back to the present moment with fresh eyes and an overwhelming sense of appreciation. You see, gratitude isn't just about celebrating what's good, it's about appreciating what's already here right now. So how can we practice this? How can we use our minds to navigate both the challenging and the beautiful moments? It starts with carving out a few quiet moments in the morning where you reflect on what lies ahead. Consider the potential challenges you might face, but more importantly, think about how you'll respond. What strengths can you tap into? What lessons might you learn? How could you grow through it? And once you visualize this, let it go. Move forward into your day, carrying a sense of preparedness and a renewed appreciation for all that's already present. Now let's talk about gratitude, specifically how to integrate it into our day in a way that transforms us. Imagine ending each day by reflecting on what you're grateful for. It's one of the most simple yet powerful ways to shift your mindset. Take a few minutes before bed, grab a journal, and jot down those little things that made you smile. Whether it's a kind word from a stranger, a peaceful moment, or the simple comfort of your bed after a long day. This practice shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have in abundance. It aligns beautifully with Stoic philosophy, which encourages us to focus on what we control rather than what we can't. By training our minds to see gratitude before we sleep, we set the stage for a peaceful, restful night. And as we wake up the next morning, we approach the day not with dread, but with curiosity and anticipation for the new things we might discover to be grateful for. But why should we focus on gratitude at the end of the day? Because it gives us a chance to close out the chapter with peace, even if the day was tough. It's a way to affirm the good, even when life feels messy. It helps us find joy and growth in all circumstances. This habit doesn't just influence how we sleep, it shapes how we wake up. Gratitude has a ripple effect that touches everything. The more we practice it, the more we become attuned to the value of the people around us, to the beauty in everyday moments, and to the richness of life in its simplest form. So as we explore these Stoic practices to improve our mornings, don't overlook the transformative power of gratitude. It's more than just a habit. It's a way of life that brings us back to the present and deepens our connection to ourselves and others. It's a practice that doesn't just help us survive life, it helps us thrive in it. As we conclude our journey through these 10 Stoic strategies, remember that every step you take, every habit you form, is an opportunity to live with more intention, resilience, and gratitude. These aren't just tasks to check off, they're pathways to a life filled with purpose. By embracing these practices, you're not aiming for perfection. What you're striving for is a life that's stronger, more grateful, and more resilient. And trust me, this isn't just about the mornings, it's about transforming your entire life. There's a whole world of Stoic wisdom out there ready to help you live more meaningfully. If you're curious to dive deeper, check out our playlist right here on the screen. It's packed with insights, stories, and practical tips to guide you on your journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's walk this path of growth, resilience, and fulfillment together. Here's to mornings with intention, days filled with purpose, and a life overflowing with gratitude. Thank you for being part of the Virtual Stoic community. See you soon.